Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Daily Masters cast. We are still in the South Korean Regional Finals for WCS Season 2, and we have another awesome game for you right here. It is actually going to be against two of the best players, at least as far as the WCS rank goes. So right now, down the bottom right side of the map, we do have a yellow Zerg player, SoulKey. He plays for the Woongjin Stars team, I believe, and he is actually number 4 in the WCS ranks with 4,000 points, so that's pretty freaking impressive. And of course, down the bottom left side of the map, it is going to be INnoVation, the blue Terran player. We know all about him. And actually, I think I may have mentioned this a couple of games ago, but he is from Team Acer. He is ranked number 1 in WCS with 5,900 points, according to Wikipedia, which I assume is up to date. And so this is going to be pretty epic, man. Two of the best players out there going head to head in a 1v1 Daily Masters cast by yours truly, Hairy Muppet. So yeah, not much else to say until the action sort of gets going. Now, I've been thinking about what else I can cast other than Daily Masters. I'm pretty much finished the WCS Season 2 finals. I think at this point it's basically just the grand final left. I don't know if I've finished uploading the semi-finals at this point, but definitely the grand final is not going to be that far away. So yeah, that will be pretty awesome when it comes out. And after that, I don't really have any idea about tournaments. I was definitely planning on doing the DreamHack Bucharest. I'm still not sure how to say it properly, but yeah, that was going to be pretty awesome. Unfortunately, I have not found a replay pack anywhere. And there is no guarantee that they release a replay pack. So it's sort of a bit of luck to that sort of thing, and unfortunately if there's no replay pack I cannot cast it, so I'm going to be thinking about what else I can do, and I'm not sure. I may just do a little bit of small tournaments all over the place, but then again I may just sit back and just sort of not worry about tournaments for a while, because I mean Daily Masters one game a day is, yeah, I'm feeling if all I did was Daily Masters for a while, I think I would still feel happy about that. I would still feel like that's a decent amount of games to be getting out every week. 7 games a week is very decent, so I'm not too fussed about it. And yeah, I can start doing some other stuff as well. Getting a bit more into my Left 4 Dead 2, which I am very close to uploading. I actually did a cast yesterday, a few casts of that with the camera on, but yeah, I actually ended up scratching my nose through half of it, and I looked back at the video and I just couldn't stop watching myself scratching my nose, and I'm like, you know what, I really don't actually need the webcam on this video. I don't think it adds a lot, because some players they get to have a lot of facial effects and stuff like that when crazy shit starts happening. You like watching their facial effects. I don't really do that. Even when there's a tank running at me, my allies are dying, I'm pretty much just deadpan. I'm just like, alright, there's a tank here, he's killing all my allies, blah blah blah, and I'm just really cool about it. I'm just looking at the screen, and my god, did that guy dive into the bunker before it was even finished building? I feel like he did. I feel like that was completely crazy, but made it in, so that's pretty awesome. One Marine chasing this Overlord. Is like, Overlord is out of range. We do need some Viking support right here, and Viking support is going to be a little bit late. My god, is this the third command center going down at the 6-minute mark? That's crazy, man. SoulKey is going for his own third base at the 6-minute mark, but that's not super crazy for a Zerg. It's a tiny bit early, but overall I'd say that's definitely within the normal range. But going for a third base this early for innovations, absolutely crazy. Really crazy. So anyway, what else we got going on? We got some Lings, we got some speed, we got that third base, which I already mentioned. We got some Hellions coming out for innovation. But yeah, his propensity for really sending out a lot of harassment is going to be cut back a little bit because, yeah, he's building that command center. So here we go, the Hellions. Not going to try and pierce the Queen sort of barrier. They're just going around for a bit of scout. They see the third base. and that's going to be fine. With the help of the other 2 Hellions, they may be thinking about actually going in, trying to roast some workers. Because, yeah, more Hellions is definitely better. He's actually building 2 more, so 6 Hellions pushing past the Queens could do quite a significant amount of damage. Really, really significant. And we'll have to see how that works. Is he going to raise that up again? There are some Lings coming, so it might be a good idea to raise that up again. But the Queens are actually going all out. Bloody Hellion hunting all over the place. So here we go, the 2 Hellions, and this has got to be the maximum he's going to build. So he's going to try and move through with that and just start to wipe out a lot of workers, my guess would be. Here we go, he's managed to raise this up, so these Lings are not going to be able to do anything. They do have speed now, but speed does not make them attack faster, unfortunately. A bit more workers coming out for SoulKey. He's got that nice bit of a gap, but he'll probably try and increase that by quite a bit fairly soon. The Queens are all over the place, trying to keep an eye on these Hellions. And there we go, burrowed Ling. Look at it, they're burrowed all over the place. So very nice use of the early burrow. And these Hellions, man, they've got to get in there fairly soon. Because, yeah, otherwise there's just, there's just going to be roaches or something like that out on the base. So they've got to get in there soon. They're coming back. They're thinking about taking out that Ling, but they're like, nah, I'm not really going to worry about it. So that is fine. But he really, I don't know if he knows about these Lings, probably not. But that's something he is going to have to watch out for fairly soon. There we go. He's deciding not to waste a scan. He's going to build a missile turret. He's not in any major rush. And these Lings are probably going to run in here and just start wiping stuff out just before the missile turret gets built up. There we go. Oh, it does get up there, but it's getting taken out straight away. And the Hellions coming back, going to wipe out these Lings, but they managed to wipe out the Ling that was blocking it as well. So very nice stuff. The orbital comes down, and that is going to be beautiful. But the Hellions so far haven't really done a lot. And there's going to be so many Lings out on the field all over the creep that pushing forward, trying to get in there, I mean, they have to go around the long way, pretty much. If they go around the long way, hit it from the top, they could roast quite a lot of workers, but I guess he's kind of realizing that there are Lings all over the place and that he should probably keep these Hellions a little bit closer to home. Just running around, and here we go, the Lings coming in. These Hellions are all going to die right now. They cannot escape. And that is actually a ton of Lings right now. A really, really large amount of Lings. So he's going to send these guys in the middle of the line, doing a preemptive stim, but the Lings did not go for the bait. So meanwhile, they're just going to run away, and burrowed Lings all over the place. I really, really like this play from SoulKey, because they're basically units that cost 25 minerals, and he's got them everywhere. They don't give a ton of vision, but if you have a look at his view, man, he can see everything when the Terran player sends out a bit of units. I mean, it's just absolutely awesome. So he knows exactly when the Terran player is moving out, where he's going, what he's doing, all that sort of stuff. And he could back off whenever he needs to. He can go around the side, he can hit him from all sorts of angles, because he has almost complete information about when the Terran player moves out. And he's got them buried all over the place. Another one over there, watching these units as they go past. So he's thinking about running around the side, but I mean, INnoVation still has a very, very decent amount of units. He's got 2-2 on the way. SoulKey's got 2-2 on the way as well, but it's a bit more advanced. He's getting out a ton of mutas, actually. 9 mutas, quite a lot. So we're going to be seeing a ton of mutalings. And here we go, INnoVation getting out the Widow Mine. So that's going to be his own little burrowed surprise all over the map. And this is the problem with Terran players, because they've got very good static reveal, but their mobile reveal is pretty dodgy, because nobody wants to build a Raven unless they absolutely need it. Here comes the first clump of mutas going in there. We do have a missile turret, so that should be enough to see these guys off, hopefully. And yeah, he's going to go for this other base, but they've got a missile turret there as well. So INnoVation doing a pretty good job, but the Bailing's coming in. And INnoVation, the Bailing sort of backed off though. Maybe waiting for some support, but he's going to go around here, maybe try and hit this third base from on the top of the cliff. See how that goes. Burrow some Widow Mines right next to this base as well is probably a good idea. And yeah, there we go. One Marine coming in, just attacking a bit, doing a bit of scouting. The Lings over here morphing into Bailings Is this going to be planetary here? I do not know. I'm guessing it's just a 4th base that's going to move later on. There we go, doing a bit of scan. Wiping out these guys as they come in, planting some Widow Mines. Doing a pretty good job at fending off the defenses, but look at all these lings, all these Banelings just rolling straight in. Workers trying to get away, but a lot of them are dying here, and that is not going to be good at all. Meanwhile, this force continuing to try and push in, but SoulKey just sending an overwhelming number of Banelings in there. I really like the fact that SoulKey does not mess around. He knows he's going to need a crap load of Banelings, so he gets a crap load of Banelings. However, it still wasn't enough to completely shift INnoVation away, and now he is fighting Marines with Mutas, and that is never a good position to be in. He really needs these Lings to come out and just start wiping these guys out, but he may lose the hatchery. It's going to be so close. Is he going to lose it? Is he going to lose his forces? I think SoulKey has saved his hatchery, but reinforcements coming in, and now it's going to go down. Almost certainly going to go down now. He's got the Lings, but he doesn't have the Banelings. And now SoulKey is going to push out when the Broodlings come out of the hatchery. It's a nice time to do it. But still, I mean, INnoVation just with so many reinforcements coming out. And SoulKey is suddenly in a little bit of trouble. He's been not able to force INnoVation to go back. But there are no more Marines in this army. It's just the Mutas wiping out all this stuff. Look at how many freaking medevacs there are. That is a ton of medevacs. It's like 8 or 10 or something like that. There's 11 medevacs on the field. It's completely insane. And so now he's going to just be wiping out creep all over the place. And he's got a continual stream of reinforcements over here. Really, really nice job so far. The creep has been completely owned. And that base has been gone down quite a bit. Whoa, what a Widow Mine shot. Where was that Widow Mine? I think he killed it straight after it bloody hit him. These Marines did not get the memo that the rally point is no longer out here. So they all get wiped out. There's a little bit of mistake there, but that's probably fine. Probably not going to cost him the game there. Looking at the upgrades, these guys have 2-2. They have not started 3-3 yet. INnoVation pushing ahead has got 3-3. He's also got level 2 armor going for his Widow Mines. And Planetary Fortress coming up here, so that's going to be pretty awesome. It seems like this is always the case for the Terrans. They always make the 4th base the Planetary. Look at the Banelings rolling in. And for INnoVation with only a split second, and he did not react almost fast enough. He would have had to react at superhuman speed to save those. Did not manage to pull it off, and all of those workers died. And that is going to hurt quite a lot right there. I don't think... No, we haven't got the new units lost display. A bit unfortunate, but still casting old replays. Even a month old, I don't think they pick up that. And yeah, now INnoVation's 20 workers behind. Not where he wants to be. He's building 4 workers at a time, which is completely insane. Look at this poor bastard, man. Tried to make a sneaky attack, did not work. Muta count currently at 24. That is a very, very large amount of mutas, but they are not over here, which is where they need to be. And the Terran force moving in. The Baneling's getting so far chasing these Marines. But this force coming in, and can he save the hatchery once again? A massive amount of forces coming in. Baneling looking for those good hits, and SoulKey has definitely caught up on the ground defenses to really, really start taking these guys out. Managed to hit a lot of them. And that's the first time I think that SoulKey has actually solidly pushed off the ground force of INnoVation. He's always been on the edge of losing his bases, but he's solidly pushed that off. And INnoVation is starting to look a little bit behind at the moment. He's got a beautiful production capability, but he doesn't have that beautiful clump. He's just got units all over the place. And the Muta clump over here, just doing so much good stuff. The Marine count is starting to get a bit crazy though, so they're going to run away from that, and that's probably not a bad decision. All the guys over there, oh, the bloody thingamybobs getting so close, but the Muta's deciding. They're actually caught between 2 clumps of Widow Mines on either side, so that is as a horrible, horrible position to be in. So you've got to move up there. The Widow Mine's moving away, but there's another one over there. Almost in range. INnoVation, SoulKey, man, he just gets so lucky. I suppose he's got the overseers as well, so he knows all those guys. Look at this massive force. INnoVation definitely building up extremely fast here. Sending in a bunch of Lings and Banelings as well. A lot of them getting taken out by the army, but some of the Banelings may make it in, or getting one hit off, but not quite killing anything. Just taking them down to low health. And I suppose SCV is technically a robot, You'd think it'd be like on fire or something like that when it gets low health, but yeah, maybe not. INnoVation managed to get up a very, very decent army. So he's definitely, he's caught up. Wow, that amount of workers, he's just done a massive job. And there's literally like, you know what, screw this. Mutas, get in there, wipe everything out. And he's going to be doing a great job here. The mutas are going to have to back off very, very soon, though, because they're going to start taking a lot of... No. They're taking a lot of damage, man. They're getting hurt quite badly. But INnoVation's main force is over here. And without air support, I think he's going to do a pretty good job wiping out bases all over the place. SoulKey choosing to keep his mutas, just take them back to move on the defensive, but he's losing that hatchery, and this hatchery is probably going to go down as well. He's just a nice cancel there. The mutas are incoming, but they don't want to directly run at the marine pack. They're going around the long way to try and hit this base from the top side. So SoulKey has got to realize that that's going on, and he's got to try and defend it. Look how many banelings he's got. I think he's got a very, very decent chance, and of course, if INnoVation moves in here, he can flank him so badly, catch him between two groups of banelings. That's going to be a slaughter if INnoVation does that. So he's not choosing not to do that at the moment. He's he's just sort of backing off a little bit. Going to try and get his fourth base up again. Sort of go a little bit defensively for a little bit. And the mutas coming in. No widow mines, but 2 missile turrets. The 2 missile turrets not going to be able to do squat. And another base is going to be denied by SoulKey. Or he's going to try and deny it, but the Marine's stimming and running in. No more widow mines here. I guess he needed all of those widow mines for just moving off. The muta's going in there, just doing a bit of stuff. Taking out the gas geyser. That's always important to get rid of your opponent's gas supply. And I think that's what they did as well. They took out this gas geyser, just trying to deny the gas as much as humanly possible. Or zergly possible anyway. And what have we got going on here? We've got the 3-3 attacks for his lings and banelings. We've got the ling speed, attack speed actually, which you don't see all that often. Oh, widow mine. Oh, that was harsh. He just right on the edge of the Overseer's vision because they can't quite move as fast. Somehow the mutas can get to a point where the Overseers can't actually see that point yet. So not good at all. Actually sniping one of the Overseers, man. INnoVation would... Oh, point center, widow mine hit. And now SoulKey is going to have to start being a little bit careful with this muta pack, man. He's still doing pretty good stuff, but if the Overseer gets taken out, which looks like it's going to happen any second, there goes the Overseer. Suddenly, he cannot see the widow mines, and SoulKey is in a bit of a pain. He's actually doing, I think it's the magic box trick or something like that, to not keep these guys clumped together, but they're getting clumped together again. And just hitting gas geysers all over the place. He loves his gas geysers, but a bunch of Marines over there. And all it's going to take is one really, really bad widow mine hit. But look at this crap. Bunch of lings going in. The banelings going nuts. And suddenly the mutas are not the major worries. Suddenly SoulKey has 2 massive armies that he can draw from. And here he goes. The mutas making it into the back. They're going to be taking out whatever the hell they want back here. The widow mine count, not really that high. I don't think he's got 8, but God knows where those 8 are, and they're just all over the place. The link's coming over here, and the Terran player he's starting to turn this around. He's starting to clean up a lot of these guys. Ooh, running straight into the banelings off the ramp. I'm not sure that INnoVation really wanted to do that, but yeah, I mean, SoulKey's not too worried if he loses those lings and banelings, because he's making room for the Ultralisk. He's got a ton of Ultras coming out. And that is going to be what he's all about right now. Ultras and a few banelings, a few lings as well. He's still building a ton of lings. He knows he needs these banelings because, of course, so INnoVation still has a massive amount of marauders. So Ultras are not just going to wipe out everything. He's even got a fungal to chuck in there. Fungal, of course, is going to be very useful. The widow mine's doing so much damage. And I think they're basically the only thing that's stopping those banelings from just wiping out absolutely everything. The Ultra's starting to come out. They got 2-2. 3-3 is just seconds away, and INnoVation has been turned around by those Ultras, by those Marines. He is just not able to hold on at that point, and the muta's just going nuts. The Medevacs managing to barely make it back to his base, and both players just going absolutely nuts. I'm actually surprised that SoulKey hasn't really pushed out the expansions a bit more. He's on 4. He tried to get the 5th. I was denied, so he's going to try and get it again. He should probably get one up there as well. I feel like he could probably hold that off. you know, without too much trouble, I feel. But his creep spread is pretty shithouse up that section anyway, so maybe not. Muta's going around, but 2 Widow Mines there, so they're going to be very careful of that. I don't think they've got no, they still haven't got an Overseer packed in with them, so they're going to have to be very, very careful. Meanwhile, the Ultra's coming in, but a group of Marines Marauders going to be chasing those guys away. A couple of Overlords going to be going down as well. Don't know what the hell they were doing out in the middle of the map, but they definitely got completely owned. And INnoVation sort of, he definitely got shocked when these Ultras came out and he had to back off really, really fast, but I feel like he's turning it around a little bit, going to be making some plays, doing some stuff. And SoulKey is actually could be a supply capped if he loses any more Overlords. That's definitely not good. Trying to do a drop here. The Muta's just all over that. The main force coming in. And I don't think he's actually got the, I don't think he, oh, he does have the thing. It didn't work. The Marauder slowing shell. The concussive shells. I don't think it works on Ultras for some reason. I could have sworn the Ultra didn't slow down. I just knocked my modem off the table, so that's not good, but I think it's still running. Yeah, looks like it's still running, and here we go. Leading him back into a couple of Widow Mines. Got Widow Mines all over the place, but we do have an Overseer to spot them right now, so that's going to be fine. Continuing to push out the Widow Mines moving forward a little bit too much, but taking some hits for the Ultras, and SoulKey actually given the GG right there, so he has got obviously nothing left. Yeah, look at his mineral count, he's pretty much got nothing left. And look at how many of these forces were going in. Just an amazing, amazing amount. So just too much stuff. And SoulKey could just not survive that massive, massive attack. And beautiful job there by INnoVation. He was up against the wall so many times in this game. But just persistence, sheer persistence, keeping him in the game and keeping him on top, and a ton of really, really nice Widow Mine hits as well. Not from that Widow Mine. That Widow Mine was pretty useless, but I'm sure there's some other Widow Mines here with some nice kills. No, actually all of these Widow Mines are useless. I feel like all of the really, really good Widow Mines probably died because, yeah, I mean, they were just so good at their job, they probably just killed himself or something. But anyway, that is going to be it for this Daily Masters. SoulKey and INnoVation, 2 of the best players out there, and INnoVation coming out on top. So congratulations to him, and thank you very much for watching this game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.